Hey everyone, it's Niall and Tomas from neilpoint.com, and today I am super excited because we are back with another reaction video, and today we are going to be reacting to my country's entry, Belgium's entry for Eurovision 2024. It is Before the Party's Over by Mustii. I can't wait to get into this, so let's go.
Oh, those microphones are reminding me of Benidorm Fest last year.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's kind of like he's in hell or something, like he's Satan or something, with like the red lighting.
Skinny legend.
Loving the gold as well.
You're the living proof. Are you still playing the game? Or breaking the rules?
Really great vocal.
The vocal is insane.
In the way that you move. Face to face. They told us it was paradise, but I'll barely make it through the night. Do you think about it too? Are you still playing the game?
You can hear that the song is building, like
Yeah.
as the second chorus hits.
I can see all the pain.
This is very atmospheric, so I can only imagine how it's going to be staged.
In the way that you move.
Visual.
I got us all on fire. I'm gonna make moves tonight. I got us all on
You know, they could recreate that thing with the mics in Malmo.
Yeah.
I got us all on fire. I'm gonna make moves tonight. I got us all on fire. Before the party is over.
Oh, goosebumps.
Before the party is over.
Can you hear me in the choir, by the way?
Oh, you sound amazing. You're stealing the show, babes.
He looks a bit insane in that shot with the mirror.
Ooh. That was... I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't think it was quite that. So I guess, do we go with the Belgians' opinion first, or do you want to hear mine first?
Go ahead. I'm curious to see what you're going to have to say.
Okay, I think the vocal's great. I think the song sounds fantastic. The choir, including our very own Thomas, sounds amazing. Obviously, we can pinpoint your voice in there. So strong. No, I don't know what. When Mustii was announced, I was expecting maybe more of a disco-y type vibe. This is definitely not a disco vibe. I think it's really strong. I think in a year where we're going a little bit crazy, having this maybe a bit more atmospheric, almost dark type of song might help it stand out, actually. I think it's very well performed. It does start off very slow, and it's like a continuous build throughout.
Yeah.
As you get into that second chorus and the hook with the choir, it does just get better and better.
Yeah.
I think there's still something they can do to make it stand out even more at the end, and I wouldn't be surprised if they manage that. when you do something like that live, you can do a lot more than you do in the studio cut quite easily.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this one will be very interesting to see in Malmo. And I enjoy it. I think it's a very solid entry from Belgium.
Oh my God. I don't even have any words for this. Because obviously there was the leak 2 days ago, I think. And I saw someone post something about Belgium song leaked. And I saw this like green image of a woman at a radio station. I thought, oh, it's just going to be another one of those jokes. You know how Euro fans on Twitter continuously say like, oh, this song has leaked, and then you click it and it's some, I don't know, some farting noise or whatever they think is funny. So I thought, I'm not going to click it because it's not going to be real anyway. And then someone posted it again, and I'm like, I'm not going to watch it, not going to watch it. And then someone posted it in a group chat, and then I thought, fuck it, I'm going to watch it. I need to know if it's good or not. And I was blown away, like from the first listen. I had already read about the review, so to speak, from songfestival.be, who were at the sort of like the preview party, let's call it that, that Mustii held in his studio, I think. And they were already saying, oh, it starts off slow and then it builds, just like you said, it builds continuously towards like the ending. And it is exactly that. It's such a, the ending is so strong. The vocal is insane. I know that Mustii can perform live. I have listened to some of his live performances on his YouTube channel, and he's a very good vocalist. He's a good performer as well. He's a seasoned performer. So I'm not really worried about that. I just hope that he has the artistic freedom to create his own staging. Unlike what Blanche had in 2017, when I don't really think she had any say in what that staging was like. So if he gets artistic freedom, I can see this being a very, very epic staging.
I would say, based on the music video alone, there's definitely some freedom that would have been allowed. I can't imagine the broadcaster coming up with the idea of being like, you sit in the middle of a room naked, covered in smoke. Like, I can't imagine that being an idea from the broadcaster. So I do hope that that's a good sign, that there will be some freedom for Mustii on in how he does his performance. Because as you say, we know that he is a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race Belgique. And you don't just get roles like that for not having any sort of skills or talent, So as you say, I'm excited to see how it performs. The song-wise, I think the worry I have isn't to do with the song itself and how well it's performed. I'm more worried about how the song will connect with the viewers and sort of this huge arena with so much happening. It can be a very overwhelming night for some people. I can't imagine going from Windows 95 Man to List to Looktelk or whatever. Like, how do you make sure that this song connects? So I think that's the only focus that really probably needs to be worked on, because as you say, performance, vocal, it's there. It's just that connection.
Yeah, and it's something that Belgium have unfortunately fumbled the bag on a couple of times in the past. And, Blanche was not the only staging that was shit. Because at the end of the day, it's going to come down to staging. That's basically what you're saying right now, is how are they going to stage this to make people connect with it? The good thing is that from the reactions that I've seen so far is that people do connect with the song within the fandom. So that's already great. And I think he himself also said on his Instagram that the song very much takes you on a journey, and that he's very, very he's very busy with the visual aspect of it. He's trying to turn it into a story, and he said he wanted a song for Eurovision that wasn't meant necessarily written for Eurovision, but something that would translate very well on a stage. So that gives me confidence that he's going to come up with something that makes people connect with it. I just hope so. I feel like with all the up-tempo, fun, poppy, dancey songs that we have in the mix already, this could definitely stand out. but yeah, it's going to come down to the staging. I'm so excited. I was smiling the whole time when I heard the leak. I just couldn't stop smiling. I went to bed at like 3 a.m. I just kept scrolling through Twitter trying to look who else saw the leak, like what are the reactions. It's just,
I mean, I can confirm that you were excited. I went to the supermarket as the leak was happening, and I came back to about 20 messages, including a voice note telling me to wake up and listen to the leak, even though it's just at the shop. I came back and thought, what the hell is going on?
So yeah, I was overexcited.
You were like a child who had had too much sugar.
I think, and the thing is, the last time I was this excited over a Belgian entry must have been 2017 and 2015 with Loic Notet. I mean, and that's not to say that I wasn't excited over Gustav's entry or Scenic or Hooverphonic, but all of those, I liked them on first listen, but it took me a while to really get into them. This one just hits me on first listen, sort of like what Paskana did for me, Waisara Sipola. Quite a similar vibe as well in the song, to be honest. So I'm just happy to have a song that I can be proud of as a Belgian. I know we've said in previous videos, it's obviously not about the result that you get. It's about discovering new music. It's about making connections to artists that you otherwise would never have connected to. But at the end of the day, I would love to see my country win Eurovision at least once while I'm alive. And I'm just hoping that it happens soon. And I don't want to jinx anything, but I have seen some people utter the words on Twitter, winner vibes, and I do get some sort of winner vibes from this. It doesn't feel like a runaway favorite or anything, but it's giving me the same kind of vibe that I had with what's his name again? The Dutch entry, Duncan Lawrence. When I heard his song for the first time, I thought, oh, this is really good. It's not insanely good, but it could be a contender. And I feel like in the current field that we have, this song for me is up there as a possible contender, depending on what we're going to get from other countries, of course.
Yeah, but I mean, we're quickly getting all the entries coming out at that moment. So, we're also expecting Austria in the next couple of weeks. UK, I think, is the same day. So we're going to
March 1st.
Yeah, I think we're going to get quite a lot, based on at least small snippets that we've heard, because there was quite a few comparisons between Mustii and Ollie Alexander. So I do think, based on this small snippet we've heard, I've not listened to it in too much detail, but it does sound a lot different from what we'll get from Ollie Alexander. So that'll hopefully keep those weird comparisons to bay a wee bit.
I mean, we all know where the comparison comes from.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with music. It's to do with their look, I think.
Yeah, and I think Sylvester's been thrown in there a couple of times as well. But no, I think it's I do like the fact that the three who are being compared have very different sounding songs so far.
Yeah.
And doing something sort of exciting and different. So yeah, no, I would be very happy to see this do well. As I say, I don't get those winner vibes right now, but that was the first time I've listened to it other than the leak. And I do think I think this type of song relies on staging to a degree. It's that because it's more vulnerable, I think, to do sort of like this sort of emotional, atmospheric song that you do need that connection, because otherwise it just doesn't hit. Whereas if you do quite an up-tempo song, you don't necessarily need that because it's a party. So that's sort of the hill to climb a little bit for Mustii, I think, but I'm sure he'll manage it. In terms of placements, I think this is a sure qualifier. So first of all, well done. To Belgium. I'm sure you're happy. Do you need me to dig out my Belgian flag that I got for Gustav? Do you need me to dig that out for this year? Okay, cool. It's somewhere. I think it'll qualify. I don't know, because I'm not sure. It's all to do with how the juries will eat this up, no doubt about it. Not in a way where it's jury bait at all, but it's just something the juries will definitely, to a large degree, like, because it's polished and it's current and it's got that emotion in it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it'll do in the televote because that's to do with all depends on the staging. So at the moment, I'm going to go for a respectable 5 to 10. Maybe mirroring Gustav and sort of 7th, sort of situation. I wouldn't be surprised if that's where we sort of ended up there.
Yeah, I'd be thrilled with another top 10. The last time we managed 2 top 10s in a row was 2015, 2016, and then 2017 after that. So that was actually a 3-year streak. So this is definitely qualifying. I'm trying not to get carried away because we all know what happened to Senek, who, not unlike Mustii, rose in the odds as soon as the song was released with the music video. I think she went to like 3rd or 4th place at some point after the release of the music video, and then the staging came and she dropped and didn't even qualify. So I'm not going to say that it's 100% certain, but the song is just so good. I cannot see it not qualifying. For me, this is a definite top 10. I can see a top 5 for Belgium if they stage it right, especially after having heard the song a couple of times. For me, it gets better and better. So maybe I'm being too optimistic. I don't know. But I could see this doing a top 5. I know that there's other people who agree with me from what I've seen in the reactions. But yeah, just a top 10 would be amazing. I would be so happy with that, and he would deserve it as well because it's a fabulous song.
Oh, that would be nice. It'd also be nice to have Eurovision in your home country just to save on the money a little bit with.
Oh my God. I told you, somebody order a coffin, because if Belgium wins Eurovision, I'm going to be dead. Girls Loud is not going to happen at the end of May. I'm not going to be able to make it. You're going to be at my funeral instead, because I will not survive. I'm going to have a heart attack.
Please don't die, because I would like to go see Girls Aloud. So let's focus on staying alive for now. But let's leave that there for Belgium. God, that was fantastic. Really excited to see that. Has Mustii already been confirmed for any pre-parties, or am I making that up?
He has not yet.
Right.
I'm sure I just need him to do Eurovision in concert, since that's the one that we're going to. I need him to do that one. But the Belgian representative has gone to many pre-parties in the past, so I'm guessing he will as well. The only thing that could stop him is the fact that he's also a judge on Drag Race Belgique. He's also an actor, so depends on his schedule. But I'm just hoping that they cleared his schedule a little bit for Eurovision. But we'll see.
Maybe that's why they announced him so early, to make sure that was all set up and good to go, as all the scheduling conflicts out of the way. Because this was the first artist announced, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, in August.
Took us way by surprise. I think it was the shock of. I think it's one of the biggest shocks of the season for me, just randomly going through Twitter and seeing an artist announcement in August. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
And the funny thing, it was Belgium. I was like,
I didn't even see it because you texted me. You said, Thomas, are you all right? And I was like, huh, what's happened? And then he said, yeah, Belgium's just announced their artist. I'm like, what? How did I not see that?
Well, Mustii, hopefully we'll see you in Amsterdam. If not, we will see you at the jury show for semi-final 2. I'll be there for the live show because I will be a true supporter for you. Unlike
fuck off.
Okay, let's leave that there. We've got loads more reviews to come. We've still got Italy, Estonia, and loads more in the works. So keep an eye out. It's niallpois.com and Niall Pois blog on Twitter and Instagram. Everything is getting posted on there. You can follow me at Niall Pois on Twitter and Instagram.
And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Paidatom.
And we will see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.